Green scallion pancakes meet naan for the ultimate mashup. Oh my gosh, this is a home run. All right, it's a fun one today. If you've ever had garlic naan, you know how delicious it is. And if you've ever had a green scallion pancake, nice and crispy, oh, you know how great that is too. So why not merge the two together? And that is exactly what we're doing today. We're making grilled scallion garlic naan, and it's so delicious, it's going to blow your mind, okay? So the very first thing we're gonna do is create our dough, which could not be simpler. I'm gonna start by blooming some yeast. So I have a little bit of warm water here, to which I'm gonna add some instant yeast and a little bit of sugar. I'm gonna give that a nice stir and let it hang out on the counter for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and during that time, it should puff up. If it doesn't, that means your yeast is dead. You need to throw this out, buy new yeast, and start again, because this is what's gonna help our dough leaven. So I wanna add a ton of green onion flavor to these naan. So I have a nice big bunch here. I'm gonna finely slice just the greens, and I'm gonna heat a pan, add a touch of olive oil, and add the greens in. We're gonna saute them off for a good 15 to 30 seconds until they're slightly softened, and then I'm gonna transfer them to a plate to cool. My yeast is blooming, my scallions are cooling. That kind of rhymes, kind of. We're not quite there. And now we're gonna work on our dry ingredients, okay? So I have a bowl here, and I'm gonna add some all-purpose flour and some kosher salt, and we're gonna give them a nice mix. And then in goes those softened scallions. Now I'm gonna add in my milk, a little bit of yogurt, as well as the yeast mixture, and we're gonna give that a nice mix until a shaggy ball of dough forms. Then I'm gonna tip my dough onto the counter using a little extra flour if necessary, and knead it for 5 to 6 minutes or until a nice soft ball of dough forms. I'm gonna transfer the dough back to the bowl, cover it, and we're gonna let it rise for an hour and a half or until it's doubled in volume. There's something about puffy dough that makes me so happy. This looks gorgeous. I'm gonna tip this out onto the counter again, and now we're gonna divide the dough into about 5 pieces. I'm gonna roll out each piece of dough so that it's that iconic oblong naan shape. I think you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And to infuse the garlic flavor, I have some chopped garlic that I'm gonna scatter over the top. Now here's another hot tip. You're gonna take your rolling pin and roll over the garlic so that it presses into the dough. There's no garlic escaping on this one. The grill is nice and hot, let's head outside. I'm going to gently lay the naan across the grill, and we're gonna cook them for a good minute or so on each side or until they're slightly charred. Then I'm gonna pull them off the grill and lather them up with a ton of melted butter. It is the only way, and then some fresh chopped coriander to garnish. And just like that, our grilled scallion garlic naan is ready. Hot off the grill. These look incredible. They are literally dripping in butter, and that little pop of coriander just adds the final touch. There's only one thing left to do, and I have been waiting. I have been waiting for this moment. Look at how that tears so chewy. Oh my gosh, this is a home run. Naan has never tasted better. Oh, so good. As soon as you take a bite, you get all that rich butter literally dribbling down your cheeks. Listen, butter makes everything better, and it has to be on naan always. And then you bite into the naan, and it has that little bit of crisp on the outside, and the interior is nice and fluffy and chewy. You get a bite of that scallion, which adds a pop of freshness. It really lifts things, and it's complemented so well by the garlic. The perfect hybrid between green scallion pancakes and garlic naan. I hope you get to try this one on the grill this summer.